if you could take us through what this responsible marketing mindset looks like on the ground
Sure.
in practice, I think that would be really valuable for our listeners.
Yeah, I mean, and it's so exciting to actually talk about this because I spent so much time really breaking down what are the principles or sort of common threads behind the work that actually works.
Yes.
And when we say work that works, we're talking about effectiveness on every definition of that word. The way I break it down in the book, we're going to nerd out a little bit here.
Let's go.
Is what I call the triple top line flywheel. It starts with social impact. Then it takes you to reputation impact, takes you to commercial impact, and then the flywheel continues the more you get all three of those right.
Yes.
Right? When I started to study what campaigns, what work, what initiatives actually fit those three criteria, meaningful and authentic impact along all those three lines, social, reputation, and commercial, you start to see that the work does a few key things. And I would suggest that anything that is considered responsible marketing that has won awards or is lauded as having been effective, you'll find that it does one of these four things. I have tested this theory so many times, and it's amazing how simple they are. First, it solves real problems, right? That's one. And it can be multiple, by the way, of the four to be considered effective responsible marketing. Second, it creates real opportunity. Third, it tells real stories. Fourth, it influences real policies. The word real is the common thread, right? If you are solving real problems, creating real opportunity, influencing real policy, or telling real stories, you are probably doing something from a responsible marketing standpoint that transcends the performative.
Yep.
It really helps to avert the risk of that sort of getting it wrong piece that so many people fall prey to in terms of making the decisions to pursue this kind of work. So what that looks like on the ground with that sort of precursor, giving us some context, it looks like a brand finding a way to address something that is brand relevant and also urgent in our current cultural moment. So you find your dance space, if you will. What actually do you have a right to talk about, to solve problems about, to create opportunities in? And once you start to think about that, it also narrows down the scope of, well, I should be involved in every trending issue. That's another thing that
I was going to touch on that.
Right?
They skip over, like, what does this actually mean to our business? It has to mean something.
It has to mean something. And where can you create an impact? That's where it starts to get really interesting. So the brands that are doing this well think along those lines. They don't think about, well, this is a trending issue. We have to get involved in some way. MasterCard's a great example, bringing it down to earth. True Name. Is everyone familiar with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So when you look at why that was so successful, we are allowing and we're creating a mechanism. We're solving a problem in our industry. We are paying a historical debt that we owe this community.
Well said.
Right? I love that term. That was another one of the made-up terms in the book.
Yeah.
But it's sticking. Right? That's another one. And in a way that literally doesn't just cheerlead. It's not on the sidelines. It doesn't even just get in the game and say, like, we're with you. It actually creates systemic industry-wide change, even beyond MasterCard. It will now be easier for you to change the name on your credit card to your chosen name. You will now be safer at the point of sale. Those are the sorts of things that really make an impact. And because they make an impact, they work commercially, they work from a reputation standpoint, and of course, they're making an authentic and sort of meaningful social impact. If you can check all those boxes, you're golden.
Yeah. And I think there's a foundational thing in like just marketing in general. If you do, then say, it's a lot more powerful than what you say you're going to do.
Exactly.